Hi, this is Dr. McKay, and I'm welcoming you to AHY 2239 Romanticism and Impressionism for the spring of 2022. I usually open my classes up, and it's already been open for a week. I wrote you guys last week about what we'll do with the online space for the first week of classes, and who knows after that how long. So I just thought I would give a welcome video in addition to that text email that went out to you about the class. The class is live, it's open. I encourage you, even though we meet in person Tuesday, Thursday at 2:40 while we're online, or while we're online, we will not be Zooming, we will not be Teamsing. We will be asynchronous, which means you do the work at your own time. However, I do need you to understand something, and that is that there is a roster verification process that the school has been doing all the years that I've been here, but the online world has made things a little different, added a new wrinkle, and that is that the way that the school, and this is actually a federal regulation that we have to follow because we do allow our students to get financial aid, federal financial aid. We have to mark if you are attending class at the end of the first week of classes, Friday, and the end of the second week of classes on Friday. And the way that online attendance is defined is doing something in the class space. So not just logging in and poking around, but actually doing something. So I wanted to make sure that you guys understood that because I will have to mark you as absent on Friday, February, what would it be, 4th or 5th? I will have to mark you absent if you don't do anything in the class the first week. So the class is set up with an introductory module or module 1, which will be on. It's on now. And you can go in there and there'll be a discussion board that you are asked to participate in, not only answering all the questions there, but also commenting on your colleagues, your classmates' comments. Just answering the questions is basically a C. It's average. I expect to see a deeper engagement with each other in that space. That is a space where I will not typically be joining in the fun. But I will be answering the learning journals, which is the other thing you could do in the first week, which is to give an entry in a learning journal. I'm requiring you to do 2 of them per week, not per module. Modules are longer than 1 week. Modules are multiple weeks. Therefore, there are multiple journal entries. 2, everybody say it with me now, per week. So if the module's 2 weeks, that's 4 at least. All right. And I want them on different days because I want you to have that time to reflect. There are no exams, you're welcome, in this class. And typically when you are studying for an exam, that's when you're doing that reflecting work. You're learning, you're memorizing, you're trying to remember how all the pieces fit together. And we don't have that. Partly because I don't believe it really shows me what you're learning. Learning journals are a much better way for me to see what you're learning. And also your discussion boards. And I have lots of ways. You have a lot of different kinds of assignments, and all of them are designed for the different ways that people learn, for me to get a sense of how you're doing and how you're mastering the material. So don't fret. There's plenty to do. But the learning journals, 2 per week, are a place for you to have that reflective time. You can write about what's interesting. You can write about something you still don't understand. You can write about something that's affecting you outside of the classroom in your personal life. I mean, really, whatever you want to talk about, because everything affects learning. So this is about you, and I will respond to you. I respond to every learning journal entry as long as there's enough meat in it for me to comment on, other than, oh. So a couple of sentences, or as much as you want. I'm not grading on length. Pretty much this is free points. If you do it, you get 100. If you do 2 a week, you get 100. Because literally you can talk about anything. I'm really serious. Anything. And usually somebody or a couple people will always, start off like, can I really talk about anything? I'm going to talk about this. And I'm like, yes. It's fine. This is your learning journal. It's your journey in the class. So we will be covering Romanticism. We start with neoclassicism, however, because really you have to understand that as the foundation of some French Art Academy rules, and then that's going to roll into Romanticism, which becomes a reaction against neoclassicism. So we kind of have to understand it before we can see what artists are doing instead. And like I said, it's set up for asynchronous work. And even after we're in person, so if the school says on the second week of classes, like, hey ho, back in the classroom we go, you will still have learning journals every week, too. You will, because I still want to be in contact with you. Two days a week of meeting is really not that many if you think about it, and there's 20 of you in the class, so that's a lot of people for me to be trying to get to know. So the learning journal will help me. And also last fall was, we were back to in-person learning from the online experience, and I liked online hearing from everybody in the discussion boards. I like to hear what every single student thought. And when I was back face to face, I didn't hear what every student thought because some students didn't participate in the discussions that we had in person. So I'm continuing the discussion boards online even when we have an in-person discussion. There'll be a wrap-up on the online place. So if you did comment in class, you can reiterate what you said, or you can, add to it. And if you didn't participate in person, this is a chance for you after a little bit more time. If you're not one of these people that puts their hands up right away when a question is asked, you need more time to think. That's a chance for you to also be heard, even if you're not the first person out of the gate to raise your hand. And that's always the case. And I want to hear from all of you because all of you have really interesting ideas. Even if you think you don't, you do. I've been teaching for over 20 years, so believe me, I know that all students have worthwhile ideas to share because you all have different experiences and you see things differently. So we need everybody in this class to be participating and commenting. All right, I can't think of anything else right now. Depending on how the semester goes with the Omicron variant and COVID, I may end up doing some narrated PowerPoints in our Blackboard class if we're not doing face-to-face stuff. Probably won't be doing so much of that if we are face-to-face, because that's what I'll be doing face-to-face. But in order to kind of keep us going, if we are online for another week or two, you can be expecting that, but I don't know quite yet. So this week is set up. Go do it. Go have fun. And we'll see when we're in person, hopefully soon. But until then, I look forward to getting to know you in your learning journals and in the discussion board. And if you need an office hour visit, I'm not going to be on campus, obviously, while we're not in person. So those would be Zoom. So if you want to meet with me, just send me an email, gmckay@mcdaniel.edu, and I will send you a Zoom link at a time that works for us. All right. So anyway, I'm very excited. It's one of my favorite classes to teach. We will end the semester with a reacting to the past game that I wrote with 2 colleagues. Very proud of it, and it's a great, fun way to end the semester. So hopefully there's not another variant to screw that up. But anyway, I have a lot of things planned for us, and I hope that you'll enjoy the journey into the 19th century with me and your classmates. So take care, be safe, wear your masks, and I'll see you hopefully soon. Bye.